So alright, Samsung just launched the brand new Galaxy Z Fold 7 series, and guess what, there are some great upgrades. But in this video, I am talking about the Galaxy Z Flip 7, and let me tell you, this might be Samsung's best flip phone yet. It looks amazing, works better, and honestly I feel really excited about it. Now the Z Flip 7 isn't just a small tweak, it's like 2 steps forward and maybe 1 step back depending on how you see it. It's still a hamburger style flip phone, smaller and cheaper than the Fold, and it starts at the same $1,099 price as last year. But here is the catch, everything got bigger. At first I thought, wait, isn't the Flip supposed to be small and cute? But then I remember once you open it, it became a full-size phone anyway. So now it's even better to use without losing that compact style. Let's talk about the inside screen first. It grew from 6.7 inches to 6.9 inches diagonally. That means when you open it, it actually feels like a real flagship phone, big and ready to go. Watching videos, taking photos, gaming, all just better on the bigger screen. The Flip 7 is not completely surrounded by stronger materials like the Fold is, but it does have a stronger hinge and a thicker display, which also now leads to a very minimal squeezing. The new Flip is also thinner, not a crazy amount thinner, but still you can absolutely tell it's a 6.5mm when unfolded compared to 6.9mm. And yes, they squeeze in a bigger battery too, up from 4000 mAh to 4300 mAh. Nothing shocking there but a win, but you will probably burn that extra battery with the large front screen that you will now have to power. Now this is my favorite part, the outside screen, or what we call the cover display, got a huge upgrade. Now that the Z Flip 7 is out and it has massive improvements to the cover screen, I just feel like this older design is suddenly looking extremely outdated by comparison. It's not very often these days where you get such a transformative jump between the screens on 2 generations of phones, but this is it. With the old 3.4 inches massively bezel cover screen on the Flip 6, suddenly becoming this almost edge-to-edge 4.1 inches, which is now also significantly brighter and has 120Hz refresh rate compared to 60, and this is pretty sexy. Don't get me wrong, at this point Samsung needed to do this to catch up to Motorola's Razr phones, but that doesn't actually take away from how big of a step it feels to use. And the screens have also become somewhat more useful in the process, with you can now having access to much more of the camera user interface than before. You can change filters and you got a zoom slider. Samsung even created a recording indicator type zone in between the cameras, which I have no idea how that's better than a dot. But it's always nice when you feel like you are using a software that is specially designed around your hardware. This phone also has the new Gemini Live screen sharing feature, and I got to say Samsung has done a pretty good job making them fit nicely and work smoothly on the cover screen. This is the first flip phone to support Samsung DeX, so you can plug into a monitor and use it as a desktop. And as usual with the Flip, there are also a couple of extra customization bits like a new stretch font and interactive emojis that you can now choose for yourself to embed onto your lock screen. So yeah, this phone is better both open and close. It feels solid and not too bulky, which is impressive for how much bigger the screen got. But here is the one thing that might be a red flag. Samsung switched back from a Snapdragon chip to an Exynos chip in this model. Last year's Flip used the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, which is powerful and efficient. This year's Flip 7 runs on Exynos 2500. That's not a bad chip, but it's not as smooth or powerful friendly as the Snapdragon 8 Elite right now. This might be Samsung's test run because rumor says they could switch all their phones to Exynos soon, maybe with the new 2nm chip that promises better performance. Well, we will have to wait and see how that plans out. And that is the Flip 7. I would say a good but not spectacular update considering that it's staying the same price. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. With that being said, subscribe if you like, and I will see you in the next one.